Okay, so today is our last lesson in this chapter, and this lesson is actually going to be really similar to several other lessons. So make sure you got your headphones put away.
Matrices Part 2.
You're a comedian.
Start at the back.
Me too.
Before you start teaching,
E is A. In blank, same as blank, E is A.
So today
And works just
we
the
are
same
going
as
to be
long
working with a special logarithm. We are going to be working with what is called a natural log, and this right there is Ln. That's like an L in.
Oh, I thought that was an I.
Yeah, the font is weird, but that's an Ln, or maybe Ln. And that stands for natural log. And before you ask, I have no idea why they write it Ln and not in L. So don't ask.
So why do they do that?
Maybe that's it. Who knows? So Ln stands for natural log. And it is the same, it's just a logarithm, just like all the others we've done. But it is special in that it has log base E. I think we've worked a little bit with E before. E is a number kind of like pi. So you know pi is 3.14, right? E is a special number. You use it a lot in like bank type finding interest after you invest a certain amount of money. You use this special E number.
M equals. Wait, no.
So you see that
E
around a lot.
equals.
And it works the same as logs, except it cancels out all E's. So a natural log and an E will just cancel each other out, and you're left with whatever our exponent is. So if you ever have something like E to the X right here, and you natural log it, the E goes away and it gets canceled out. So we use this log E enough that we gave it its own special little symbol, and that's Ln. So to start with, we're not going to do anything super special. We're just going to plug in some E's in our calculator here and see what those values are. So we're going to plug in like E to the 4 first. Let me grab Desmos. I forgot to get that earlier. Desmos. After the
What is-
lesson.
Bro, I can't wait that one. And I'm gonna be gone.
You can take the time.
E equals 2.7.
Okay. So E is in functions. Let's see if I can remember where it was. I think it's in MISC.
Or you could just write E.
Oh, let's do that because I'm lazy.
I found it.
E is 2.718.
All right, E to the, that is, so right now what's this exponent?
2 points.
It's Z to the 1, right?
It's already L.
So
Probably nice if we
2.71.
solve this again.
So E to the 1, which is actually the second question, is 2.7182, yeah. So it's kind of like pi, it goes on forever. And it's about 2.7, I'll just say 2.7. So E to the 1 on here is 2.7. 2.7.
Wait, what about E to the 4?
Well, let's type it in right now. So if I'm going to go E to the 4, delete that, and go 4, and it's 54.6.
54.6. I don't know why I yelled that.
Equals 54.6. E to the 10.
Should I just naturally just
86.9.
round to everything?
Yeah, maybe. Round, that's fine. No big deal. E to the 10 is a lot bigger now. It is 22,026.5. 20,026.5, yep. And then natural log of E to the 4. We'll type in real quick, and I'll show you where that natural log button is. So if I was going to do the natural log of E to the 4,
That was the lead.
mocking me.
Delete.
Alright, and natural log is this LN button, kind of right here. So you click functions, you go to the miscellaneous,
Or you type in LN.
or you type in LN, and it cancels out E's. They are opposites of each other.
Oh!
It equals
Because log
4.
base E is the opposite of E, so they cancel each other out. And it just equals, so natural log of E to the 4 is just 4. Because they cancel each other out. Because they're a special log. So it's just 4. Okay, not too bad so far.
Log base E cancels out E.
We'll make sure everybody has it down.
Log base
Where's it going?
E x equals.
It's that game.
I don't know.
It's cool math. You know.
Natural type. One more.
I did this before you did. Oh wait.
Go.
I'll bring those here. And the two
Type
was waterfall.
PT
2.7. Alright, so we're going to practice going between natural log form and exponential form. So if I have natural log of x equals 3, remember natural log is the same thing as log base e of x. That equals 3. So if I need to go into exponential form, I'm just going to take my base, which is e, and bump it over to the other side. It would be x equals e to the 3. Which you could plug straight into Desmos if you actually wanted to calculate it, but we're just rewriting it. So natural log is same thing as log base e. So when we go back and forth, like in this one down here, natural log of 7 equals x. I'm going to put my e right here because that's my base. I'm going to bump it over, and it would be 7 equals e to the x, like that. So we're just going back and forth between the forms. On this one right here, natural log of 4x plus 1 equals 12x. Even though there's a whole bunch of stuff inside here, it works exactly the same. My base is e, I'm going to bump it over. So I get 4x plus 1 equals e to the 12x. And we could go through and manipulate it more if we wanted to, but we're just rewriting it, so I don't want to. Alright, first and last problem, I want you to rewrite this one right here in exponential form. I've got to put the box on there.
Easy.
Actually, that could be my actual box.
Like this.
But we can't actually do the actual box. Oh. We can't actually do that.
What you get? So I
Where?
can easy right.
Easy.
He's easy.
The box is
I
there.
say it's
One more game. One more game.
Oh, and then
One more game.
4x.
XX tentación.
that's 4x plus 1. I want to do
Alright, let's go with this one.
So you're gonna, is it just gonna be
I mean, it's there.
y equals z?
Alright, Hermione, what'd you get?
Dude, I'm not falling into peer pressure. I took dare.
Wait, are you gonna answer
He's
me?
a free man.
Bro,
Is it
I
just
know.
gonna be x, y
Quit
equals
fucking
z?
poking. Dude, you always say you're going to, but you never
You
do.
keep it in parentheses?
You don't have to, that's the natural log.
2K's old news.
Alright, so, Alyssa answered this one. We bump our base e over. You get x, y equals e to the z.
E to the
It's
Z.
easy.
It's that.
That's what I said.
Wait, don't do
I have
I do
4.
not do these when I'm tired.
Easy.
You're
No
really
worse for me I'm going on.
Dude, I think we're all tired today.
Hey,
See, as I'm saying.
so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna write 2 natural log of 15 minus natural log of 75 written as a single logarithm. So this is based on that lesson we did a couple days ago. And natural log, remember, it works the same way like regular logs. So if I have this 2 out in front of a natural log of 15, this 2 is going to go up as an exponent. So I'm going to have natural log of 15 squared minus natural log of 75. And I'm just going to compress it down to a single natural log. So I have a minus here in the middle. When I compress these down, that minus will change these numbers into a divide between the numbers. So I'll have natural log of 15 squared divided by 75. And after I do that, I want to keep simplifying it because I can just plug 15 squared into Desmos, right? So let's go 15 squared. That's 225. Natural log of 225. Oh, no, that should be, that's too big.
Don't we have to divide it by 7?
Yes, I forgot. I'm fixing it. So natural log of 225 divided by 75, which I think is natural log of 3. What's 225 divided by 75? Why not?
3.
Is it 3? Alright. So I put these in a single natural log, and then I just simplified it down to get natural log of 3.
Yep.
Wait, so is it a big 3?
That's
or
what
is
he's-
it
It's a victory.
Cheat codes for math.
like, who's talking to you?
I guess you're into that kind of thing.
What's
One,
talking to
two.
you?
Alright, let's do this next one down here. Natural log of 7 plus 2 natural log of 5. Alright, so Maya, help me out this time. What is this 2 in front of natural log 5 going to do?
Seven.
Does it be in the front?
Oh, there's a seven.
It's what?
In the front.
Yeah, the one in the front right here. What's it going to do when I start compressing it down? What do we do with this 2 in front of the natural log of
You
15?
squared it.
We brought it up as the exponent, right? Same
That's what
thing.
you mean.
I'm going to bring it up like the exponent right there. So I'm going to go natural log of 7 plus natural log of 5 squared. Okay. Carissa, let's think back to a couple days ago. Or let's see if you remember. If I have a plus between these two things, when I put them together, what is that plus going to turn into? Yep. So we're going to go natural log of 7 times 5 squared, which I can actually start doing. I can start actually doing this math inside here. It's going to be the natural log of 7 times 25, which is going to be the natural log of 175.
Yeah. What is that you asked? The answer.
You don't need to go any farther. That's
I don't
fine.
want
It's
to.
okay.
5.1.
That's not what the problem asked, but I guess. All right, your turn. I want you guys to write the natural, or 3 natural log 5
164.
plus 2 natural log x in a single logarithm. So on your own, on your paper, write it like a single logarithm.
Oh God.
Well, single natural log, I guess.
Oh God. Okay. Oh God, turn down.
It's plus small. Yeah, we just did that. Why does it show us in class?
So you do 5.
I don't know why I had to use the code.
5 times 5.
I know.
5 is 125.
How's that look?
What next over here?
Trash.
Nothing.
Okay, good. That's a good first step, but remember,
No, see?
squish down to one
Let's
log.
go straight.
Okay, and then my 55 minus 3 times x squared. So just one natural log.
Happy meal.
There you go.
Snack.
Yeah, but that's 5 for 30.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
And you just keep going.
that's kind of heading up. What happened?
I
I didn't go. I didn't go.
Let's go over it.
Didn't that?
All right, let's go over this one. So, Ermaya, what do we say happens with these numbers in front?
Oh God.
They become exponents, right? So I'm going to put that in as an exponent.
Okay, so I can
And
do that.
same thing over here, right? So I have natural log of 5 to the 3rd plus natural log of x squared. So I just took care of, oh, no, that should be a big X down here. What am I doing? X squared like that.
Okay, if you were to learn another language, what
And
would
then
you?
plus is what?
I don't know.
Division?
We don't know.
And
No.
plus changed this into, not division, that was the minus.
It turns into a times.
It turned into a times. So when I rewrite these together, I'm going to have natural log of 5 to the 3rd times x squared. And I know I'm not doing it, but I could also put parentheses around these. That helps. It might help you keep it more in track. It doesn't really matter either way. You got parentheses.
Don't do
You don't
parentheses.
have
Ow!
them.
Seriously, you need to take this thing down or something.
Maybe you should sit in your desk like a normal person.
You're funny.
Thank you.
You're
All right.
greedy.
So I have 5 to the 3rd times x squared. I can't really do much with that, except I can do 5 to the 3rd. Raven, what's 5 to the 3rd? That's 5 times 3. Careful. This is 5 to the power of 3. Mhm. Yeah. So, it is 5 to the 3rd, not 5 times 3. Yep, 125. So I'll have natural log of 125 x squared for my final natural log. Alright. Not too bad. You guys have basically done this before. We're just adding in natural logs now. Alright, anybody still writing this down?
No. No.
Alright, well, we said no.
Wait.
Too late. Too late. Okay, so, we are going to go through and we're going to actually solve when we have variables as our exponents. Let me actually see if I can make these a little bigger first.
Why?
Because they're tiny. Oh, I forgot I covered up stuff. Oh, yeah, we're not going to change it.
David,
Yeah.
what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I forgot I did that. Oh well. Okay. You okay there, Devin?
What are you doing?
Alright, so we are going to solve e to the x minus 2 equals 12.
Spit on
I'll just write it a little bit bigger. X minus 2 equals
you. I
12.
wish I had
Okay.
like something different. What would be
Do you
different?
do log? So you do ln 12
Mhm.
x minus 2 equals ln 12.
No, he said you
So,
do.
we are down, or once we have e, just an e and an exponent on here, we're going to convert it into logarithm form. Which means we are going to bump this e over in a log, but log of e is really natural log. So I'm going to have an x minus 2, and it's going to equal natural log of
Then
12.
what do you do?
Well, what's natural log of 12?
I don't know.
I don't know. Plug it in Desmos.
2.48.
2.48. I'll
And then
trust
add
you.
juice was
I'll trust you this time.
4.48.
I get x minus 2 equals
Yeah.
2.48. Alright, what else? What's my last thing I need to do to solve the
Add
threat?
Z2.
What?
You add Z2.
I thought you said Zito.
I
Like
said Jesus.
Jesus.
I don't know what that is, man. We got x equals 4.48.
Jesus?
And that's it.
What's this?
You're just converting it from your regular, your exponential form into logarithmic form. But because it's base e, it changes into a natural log. It's special. Alright. Our next one is 2, and then e to the negative x equals 20. So before we can convert it into our logarithmic form, we have to go through and get just the e by itself, which means I got to get rid of this 2, which I'm just going to divide by 2.
You
Wow.
have to divide, add, subtract, multiply, square root, and then you have to use pi.
Kobe,
find
don't
the
stand on that
center of
side.
each thing. You have to find the dilation and
What the-
correlation and then solve it.
When I said that, he's like,
That'd be the worst
I was
problem
trying
ever.
to
Then you
do
gotta find
it.
matrices for 3 different sets.
Alright, so I divide by 2, I get e to the negative x equals 10, and now we're going to convert it into our logarithmic form. So my base e jumps over to the other side, and because it's log base e, it changes to natural log. Negative x equals natural log of 10. And natural log of 10, we can plug into Desmos. Was it like 2.7?
2.30.
2.2.
The natural log is just that function, and it'll be like LA. So again, negative x equals, you said 2.37?
Mm-hmm. No, 2. I got 2.30.
uh-oh.
Why does my left finger's up on
Yeah,
my
2.30. Yeah, 2.30 is right. But I'm not done. I gotta get rid of that negative in front. How do I get rid of that negative in front, James?
Bye-bye. Oh.
Divide it by? What number's in front of
You
the
didn't
x
say
even though we're not writing
anything.
it? Oh, 1. 1. But because there's a negative already, it's a
Negative 1.
negative 1. So we're going to divide it by negative 1 on both sides. And we get x equals negative 2.30. And that's it.
Where's my train of thought?
Alright, your guys' turn. I want you to do part C here. I'll just rewrite it a little bigger. It is e to the 3x, and then plus 5 on the outside of that, and it equals 15. Alright, I want you to do part C here. E to the 3x plus 5 equals 15.
You minus 5.
On your own.
Oh.
That'd be the first
We
step.
just did that one, so it's 2, 3. What's that? What'd you get?
I have 1, 2, 3.
I didn't think so.
Wait, you did a 3?
Well, I got to that, but I don't want to type.
Wait, you got 2, 3, 0, 3? I got negative 3.
Uh-oh.
Like,
Wait, did I do this right, Kobe?
We just did LN
Oh,
up there.
that's how you started, right?
ln
The-
15.
Ah.
Wait,
Minus 5.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had to go through it.
I answered it first.
I was going to
I
my
got that. Never mind.
I don't know what to
Okay,
do
go up you.
now.
Both did it a different way.
Okay, my feet
Worst way
are
is pinned up.
So that means.
Hold on, let's see if I get the same answer.
Probably not.
No. Go. That doesn't look right.
Don't.
Okay. Now we get
I
to
think you
convert
did it
it.
right.
Can I go fill up on one?
Go get.
After the lesson.
Can I go to the bathroom after the lesson?
Oh,
I mean, before Jaden.
I smell wrong. Hey, you.
I just want seeds.
No. So, when you convert it, this is going to be the base on our log, right? So it's going to be log base e of 10 on the right side.
What do you want to
Or
put?
natural log of 10.
Oh, he said I want that.
Why not?
Let's go to Emmer's.
You can flip the sides around, that's fine.
Wait, so it's gonna be 3x for log base E of 10.
So log base e is natural log of 10. So natural
So just log 10.
Oh,
Ellen.
dang.
Okay.
I did it right.
And then how do you, there's natural log of 10, you can just plug it in.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Get a decimal, and then get that x by itself by dividing.
So go
Oh,
get
we
it.
just did Ellen of 10. That's 2.30.
Okay. That's your 3x, right?
So what's this?
Your 3
0.766.
and natural log of 10.
0.76.
Straight to decimal. And it'll be a decimal. And then just keep going. Alright, looking good. We'll get started here.
0.7.
Kayla, what's the first thing we should do?
Take it really fast.
Yep, mine's 5.
To distribute.
And we get e to the 3x equals 10.
Oh,
Oh, it cancels.
Okay, we gotta convert it into exponential form.
x minus.
Jason, what do I get after I convert it, or excuse me, into logarithmic form?
Jaden doesn't know his last.
Okay,
That's 2.3.
well, we gotta go through, and this
Oh, I do
e
know
is our
that.
base, right? So we're gonna bump it over here this side, and we're gonna have log base e of 10. But what is log base e? Natural log. So we're gonna have natural log of 10 over here.
X equals 2.3.
3x over here on the left side. 3x equals natural log of 10. Thomas?
This lesson should be harder than they are.
What's the natural log of 10?
Don't say that.
That's
Go to
what
the last problem. It's on the board still.
Oh, come on.
It still is. You can see it.
2.30.
Times 2. Divided by 5.
What'd you get?
Matrices of
Type it in.
3 by 3
2.30.
4 by 4.
Really, dude? Are you like not gonna listen?
2.3.
Go okay.
2.3.
What if I had to take a matrix test of like 100 by 100?
2.3.
I kill myself.
Alright, 3x equals 2.3. Helena, what's my last step?
I think I only just
Yeah.
4.
Divide by 3. What do you get after you divide by 3?
1.23.
I bet you go.
The other way around. You put 3 on top instead of the 2.3.
Ew. That's disgusting.
1.2? Wait,
No.
what?
Strong.
I think you accidentally did the 3 on top and the 2.3 in the
Oh,
bottom.
yeah. I need a new one.
Where?
Can I go with my
Wait, which one are you on?
That's gross.
The last one before the exit.
See? I got
Loki.
wait, what are you? I don't know.
2.3
I messed it up because I got 3.70 over 3, or divided by 3. I didn't do it right then.
Did you? I bet you forgot to subtract the 5 first.
No, I subtracted.
Did you do
the
natural log of 15 or natural log of 10?
5. I did natural log of 15.
You forgot to subtract the 5 at the very beginning.
I gotta do that first?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Alright. Devin, what'd you get when you did for your final answer?
0.76.
Yep, 0.76. Or 0.76 repeating.
That's what I got.
Alright, that's
You
it.
start as
Alright,
circle.
Alright, that's it. So, do your exit ticket if you haven't yet.
What'd you do?
How would you do that?
Alright, actually let's get started on the exit ticket first.
Is that a matrix?
Yeah.
Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
Trying to lug the edge.
Let's try it.
I can't type anymore.
Card, stop. Please
Alright,
got it.
so for your exit ticket,
Please.
if you have natural log, or we're starting in natural log form, and we're working backwards into exponential. What's the base on this?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
8. I mean 8.
That's natural log of e, and then x minus 8 equals
Wait.
10, right?
No.
So, if we're going to go into
Right.
exponential form, I'm going to bump my e over to the other side, and get x minus 8 equals e to the 10. And then we can solve it, because e to the 10 Plug straight into Desmos.
These are short stuff.
Goki. Do you think you could solve a 100 by 100 matrix?
Probably
Matrix?
not.
No?
I'm not that good. Alright, that's it. So start on your exit ticket. I'll put on Scrative and your homework.
Well, that's one of the things we need to do.
Yeah.